Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Tuesday, August 11th, 2015. Well, let's get into it here, folks. Take a look at Apple. Big reversal today on the chart. The stock initially had a monster rally yesterday, closed near its highs. Today it gave up 100% of that. Now, I just entered a long trade on Apple, and I want to show you this. This is a day trade, so we're looking for it to move a little bit higher here. My entry was based off a pierce of gap fill, which is right here, into this choppy. See this high here and this high here and this sideways action here, this consolidation. Basically what I did was I put a trend line right in here and entered right there. So you can see we're in the money slightly. Those of us that are in the intraday stock chat got this trade, and again, we are in the money basically about 17 cents here or so. Our entry was 115.23, so 115.23. It's now at 115.40. So a little bit of upside. I believe this is going to head up another 15-20 cents at least, maybe even more. So max upside you're going to look for is going to be the 200 moving average, which would be a pierce of 116. So, I mean, there's potentially another 60 cents of upside here. But again, notice the level here. All right, beautiful level. Gap fill right there, just below pivot point consolidation. If this doesn't hold here, nothing's going to hold, in other words. In other words, this is a major, major level. And the stock, notice the stock has had very few green candles along the course of the day. So this is the point where it's going to fall. Notice the lunchtime factor, too. You have a light volume lunch session where generally big names float neutral to higher. So again, if this is going to bounce, if Apple's going to bounce, this is going to be the spot. A couple other things I want to mention to you guys. We have a big level on Freeport-McMoran tag today. Take a look at this, guys. Double bottom gap down from yesterday, huge reversal. Look at today. Today, you're hovering right along that level. Even though it's pierced this level, I still believe this is a monstrous level. Notice the low of the day is exactly $10. So you're talking about an even number right here. Double bottom from the gap down yesterday, which had a monster move to the upside. Any sort of commodity, small uptick on copper or on oil should send this higher. You might say, well, oh, Freeport-McMoran doesn't do oil. Doesn't matter. It trades with oil for the most part, especially with copper, and both are demand issues based on the yuan's devaluation by China last night. And again, they are devaluing their currency, and that ultimately causes people to believe that their economy is much, much weaker because they have to take that step. So then it makes people think, wait a minute, there's less demand for commodities like copper and oil, and therefore commodity stocks like this drop. So again, bottom line is, I don't really care the fact that it's dropping. All I care about is that it came into double bottom from yesterday, and that is your buying level. And again, we are seeing this move up. I did pick this up with the intraday stock chat today. We are still in it, looking for further upside, probably to about the 1035 level or so. By the end of the day, you should head that way, and that'll be about a 20+ cent gain for us, or about 2% on a day trade. Can't beat that. All right, couple other stocks to look at here. Alibaba is one of my favorites as well. This is another great little trade level here. Take a look at the low of the day here, where it's just coming off of. We talked about this in the intraday stock chat. Notice this pivot high here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. Hard to zoom in, but if I go back a little bit, we can see it a little bit better. This pivot high, and notice how this low and this low match that high. So what you do is you put a trend line right there. Right there, okay? Now, what happens when I zoom back and kind of move back? Look at that low. You see how I find that level? See how it was a high and a low and a low? That's exactly what you're looking for to find out when a level has been tagged and when it's a significant level. Price right into that level. Gave this to the intraday stock chat as well. Sure enough, look at price already moving off of this level, about 20 cents off of the lows right now. Should head higher. It's pulling back a tiny bit now, but ultimately this should be a short-term low, at least for the rest of the day, unless the market breaks the lows of the day, which again, it's a possibility. The spiders, we can quickly analyze the spiders for those of you that are interested. The S&P 500 essentially. You're bouncing off. There's a small chance you could head slightly lower on the spiders, but not much lower. Gap fill right here. I do not see the markets today getting below gap fill. Maybe they touch gap fill, but ultimately that should be the low of the day. All right, guys, come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the Research Center free trial. You get swing trade alerts. If you want chat room trades like intraday stock chats, day trades, this is the intraday stock chat is where you want to go for a 7-day free trial. And if you want options trades, go to the options alerts. Those are your 3 options here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, and this is where it's done, guys. This is where you make the big bucks. This is where you beat the institutions at their own game. Come learn the methods. Come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com.